What's up, y'all? Blue Vinyl TV, right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right here at the Cooperage, celebrating my man, DJ Mosh Wah's birthday, but I got a legend right here to my left. This is a man that basically, through music, basically raised me. He's one of the voices of our generation, you know, straight out of Queens. I remember living in Queens myself from 1985 to 87, but then moving back to Brooklyn, and this man rode me out all the way through high school with his classic album, Main Source, called Breaking Atoms, but also, you know, taking off on his own career through production, through MCing, and also he finding a third life through DJing as well, too, going back to his first love as well. Without further ado, the one and only, my brother, Large Professor, straight out the Q. Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. What's up, man? So, you know, we've been kicking it the past day and a half and everything, so we've gotten cool and everything too. But as you can see, I basically have his whole life in front of him with vinyl. It's a collection that I'm proud of because I've been a fan of this man since 1990. When I think that's when y'all first dropped. Yeah, 1990. We'll get into them first 1990 records as well too. But I remember when Looking at the Front Door was one of the first records I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? That really reached me and really spoke to me in a way that, you know, most people that are in the industry were, you know, Rakim was like a big brother. Yeah. Chuck D was like a big brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would probably say even you, obviously before Nas, you spoke to us as a peer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You really came from a perspective, you know what I'm saying, of what's it like for a young black man to grow up in New York. Word up. You know what I'm saying? And you gave it, and with the album and all the bars you've given us all the years, you've given us the tools to be able to withstand and deal with life. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're in the city, whether you're in the suburbs or whatever, you always helped make our lives easier, Paul. I just want to thank you for that. That's my word. Speaking of joints, I was gonna start off with your first joint. This is the latest joint that he has out. Those of you that don't have this is Large Pro, the new 45, available exclusively on Fat Beats, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fat Beats is the only place that you can get this. Don't go to Discogs, go to Fat Beats. They still got copies left. This is called In the Sun. In the Sun is off of this album right here, First Class. What year did this come out, P? You remember?
This came out 2002.
2002? Okay. Now, there's a few singles on here, which we'll jump into as well, too. But I do want to ask you, you got the ill dunks on here? Yeah. You represented the private jet. That's my man right there. You know what I'm saying? But this particular song, I've always wanted to say, your bars and Tip's bars in particularly, you know what I'm saying, the word that I want to describe with this song is hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all were the light at the end of the tunnel with this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In particular, that's why I was really pleased when you told me, when we talked in March, he was like, I got something special coming when we was in Chicago. Yeah, you showed me the picture on your phone. He's like, don't tell nobody. But then big shout out to K-Max. K-Max with me. We looked at this and he was like, ooh, he dropping this joint. He's dropping this joint. So, In the Sun, this wasn't a single.
No.
But this is the one that really stuck with everybody.
Yeah, that's the one that a lot of people was raving about on First Class album.
Okay.
For sure.
Elaborate on that. I mean, what was the feeling and the feedback that you got from people over the years what made you want to redrop this? In 2025, 23 years later, you decided to drop this as a single. Elaborate on that a bit.
Okay, well, I'm rocking with Fat Beats, and so they wanted to go through my prior discography, Large Professor, not Main Source, but Large Professor. Mm-hmm. And so they wanted to start with First Class, and some of the songs, like you said, we put some of the songs out as singles, but that song was never a single. Mm-hmm. And so just coming off of retrospect, like looking back at what people responded to, I was like, well, you know, if we put the same singles out, it wouldn't make any sense. Let's expand it and let's put out the songs that people were raving about. And that's one of them, In the Sun, word with Q-Tip.
Do you remember the session? Do you remember the session?
Absolutely. I remember the session. It was cool because Lord Finesse was there, and what had happened was I did an article in XXL where they were finally like showcasing me and my production and where I was at, and just like showcasing me. This was like one of the first showcases that I had as a solo artist, and so they had a lot of questions they were asking and things like that about what happened with the LP. the project that was supposed to come out prior to First Class.
Okay.
So they were showing love on First Class.
And this is the one we'll get into. It's the LP right here.
So I was honest with telling them, what happened with the project. I was like, well, a lot of communication broke down. This one, went that way. That one went that way, because we all came together for Nas's project. And so it was like, kind of like, all right, now P is working. Like I thought it was going to be that same kind of thing, but everybody kind of darted in their own. So to put that in a nutshell, so like the way it was scribed it came off like I was bitter a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like about everybody going in their own directions, including Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying? So I had said like, yo, because they was like, well, what about Q-Tip? What about Nas? What happened? And all of these things. And so the way it came out in the article, it seemed like I was bitter when I was just saying it in just a matter of fact way. It was like, this is how it went down in God's history. So when that article came out, I mean, basically it was like, it seemed like I was saying like Q-Tip didn't come through for me. Right. Like Nas didn't come through for me. Like these people didn't come through for me. So when that article came out, I was in the studio working on First Class, and a guy I was working with, Chaos, he was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. Long story short, Q-Tip came to the lab. It was a little bit off of the prompting of that article. It was like, all right, well, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And I had a beat from my boy Explicit from Flushing, who he did the track.
He did In the Sun?
Yeah, he did In the Sun. Yep.
Oh wow, okay.
Yep. And so I was going through the tracks because, Tip came through. He was like, yo, play me some tracks and we're gonna get it done. And so I played the tracks and he liked that one. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go. And he scribed the verse right there, went in. Lord Finesse was sitting there, because he was working in another, we was in the old Power Play building, 3812 30th Street. Okay. And Finesse was working in what used to be the A room of Power Play, but it turned into In Your Ear. And so, you could go back and forth and all of that. So he was in the room I was in, and Q-Tip came through. And he blessed that track, and it wound up being In the Sun.
So he's on the hook, because
and he drops a verse. He's on
the hook and he does the verse too. Yeah. And like I said, this song means a lot to a lot of people. That's why, and it's the reason why this is a single. And then when you told me this back in March, I was like, yes. Yeah. I was excited. I was like, real talk. I'm a fan. I'm reporting right now, but I'm a fan first.
For the LP, I wanted to do.
I'm gonna crack this open. Go ahead and talk.
For the LP, I wanted to do a song called P's and Q's, but for whatever reason, it didn't.
P and
like P's and Q's. Yeah. But for whatever reason, it didn't materialize. So I was really happy when the brother came through and we knocked that out. Yeah. And it's one of his like as like in the millennium, like one of the verses that he dropped, because it not much more work out in the millennium, but like he's a lot of people rock with him from that verse. Like they really rock with him. Like The Source gave him a write up as verse of the year.
Yeah. I remember
verse of the month. Yeah.
It was, remember when The Source mattered. Yeah. When The Source mattered, it was that they get lyrics to the Tip's verse. They get lyrics to the month. No, look, you bodied yours too. Yeah. But that was the one. Maybe it's because actually he just dropped heat on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is the US version of it. It's orange vinyl. I know the UK version of this or the international version of this is black, but this is directly from Fat Beats, the orange joint. I know we talked about this one for a bit, but I wanted to lead off with this because this song did mean a lot to a lot of people.
I was so happy that we got it done because I knew that us building together, I knew that it would be a smash, and that's indicative of that.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's kind of jump into this too. Where I was going to go in chronological order. So this is like would you consider this? Because I know you had. We want to get to the LP. to me, kind of, a lot of people, this is like your first official,
official
album.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, you named it First Class. So to me, this is like your first official joint.
Yeah.
I remember the Stay Chisel with Nas, which is 2 versions to this. One with just him, and then one with the 2 of you.
Because we originally recorded Stay Chisel for the Stillmatic project. Yeah. We recorded that during Stillmatic. And
which we'll get to, is right there, but we'll get to that.
Absolutely. And so when I saw that he wasn't using it, I was like, yo, I could rock that Stay Chisel joint on my project. So, you know what I'm saying? I was running, like, yo, let me get that Stay Chisel joint, you know, this, that, and the other. So yeah, I put a verse on it.
Okay.
But there was the original version where he had...
it was just him?
Yeah, definitely.
But you still did the beat, but then when you circle back to, just so you know, Stay Chisel, this is the vinyl joint. When I showed you this in Chicago, he's like, man, you paid a lot for this record. Yeah. This one's hard to find. I don't think...
The original of that. Yeah. That's what we're doing in Fat Beats, yeah.
Oh, this coming back out?
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
First Class is the album First Class is being repressed.
Yeah.
It's being repressed by Fat Beats.
Yeah.
So this one has On with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. That was a fun joint, man. Bus came through on that, man.
Yeah. So speaking of that too, so it's about that. This is on here.
About that time is on there.
Okay, so this is one of this. Wow, so we're talking about 2 singles. We're gonna get to First Class. We're gonna get to the first one, but was this the first single or the second one?
That was the first single.
About that time?
First Class, about that time.
Okay, so this is
Live
about...
God Saga.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So Live God Saga is the B-side.
Yep.
Let's talk about this record and your connection to the late, great Kobe Bryant.
Wow. Yeah, because...
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, because what was happening was they had a Sprite commercial that came out, and my dude Chaos had got into the wiring, and you know, he made sure that, like, yo, I got that song on that Sprite commercial with Kobe. And I was like, wow, that's amazing, man. Good look, man.
You so calm and cool. Dude, I'd have been jumping out the window.
I was.
Yeah,
but you know, the thing that got me down, because when I look back in retrospect, where I'm like more, you know, calm with it, because right after the commercial started airing, the scandal with Kobe came about.
On Colorado. That's right. Okay,
the scandal.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they pulled, you know, a lot of the sponsors, a lot of people was pulling from Kobe, and I was like, you know, and the commercial went with that. And it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I ain't care about, you know, the connection with the music and everything. I was just like, for the brother, like, damn, I hate that for the brother, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the man and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, unfortunately, the commercial got canned, and you know, but it was rocking for a minute, big time.
And I remember just watching as a fan, you know, and just it goes into the licensing pretty much, and just have a little small sidebar licensing conversation with you. It was really exciting to see that because especially with what Sprite was doing, and my dad actually worked. He was working really close with an ad agency in Chicago that was doing a lot of the Sprite commercials and everything too. Big shout out to Reg out in Cali, who was doing a lot of that. And this was like on piggybacking off of that. Because Sprite had kind of wrapped his arms around the culture with hip hop and everything too. Yeah. You know, and it's, you know, even going in deeper into like the clear vinyl that they were doing a lot of the Def Jam stuff and everything too. I got a sidebar story with that. I showed Brand from Marsalis the one for Fight the Power. It was a clear Sprite vinyl version of it. He lost his mind. He had never seen it. And the thing is, it had his version of Fight the Power with the power sax with him doing the solo over the Fight the Power beat. He had never seen that vinyl. And I showed it to him in May when he came to Madison. And he was like, yo, I never seen this. This is wild. He took a picture with it and everything too. So the Coca-Cola company, you know, they've been rapping in the 90s. It was hot.
Yeah,
hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop, the Coca-Cola company was just hot.
And all that.
With Pooh Bah walking in the studio, dude, everything was, you know, Kevin Garnett sitting in the studio, but I Rule the World, you know what I'm saying? If you remember that, you know what I'm saying? That was 90 around 96 and everything too. So yeah, they were getting busy with it as well too. We're gonna circle back just a little bit. I I'm gonna go back to what I remember with these two. So I remember when you dropped the Mad Scientist.
Yeah.
First single.
Yeah, off of
the LP, which I'll get into. I'm just kind of walk through a little bit of how I got experienced it. This was dope. You had the backpack on with the spinning,
with the turntable.
With the turntable on it. I was just like, yo, my man is coming. My man is coming. Then it's this one. This one, I love the fact that you did these. Go to largeprofessor.com. These two are actually sweatshirts. You can get sweatshirts with these joints on them.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Get you one. Get you one.
Yeah.
So, what we say, bro? I'm looking out for you.
For sure.
This one, I'm grabbing one of these. I got to get a hoodie with one of these. I just want to chill and everything. So then everything just stopped.
Yeah.
I didn't see this for a long time.
Yeah.
So you were with Geffen Wild Pitch at the time.
Yeah.
This is 95-ish, I want to say, 95-ish.
Yep.
So this would have been, this is basically a 30-year anniversary for this.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a 30-year anniversary for this album.
Yep.
You know, so I don't want you to get too much into it, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So, and just for people, sometimes where record label situations don't work out. How did you, so you did this one through Redline and everything too?
Yeah. 2009.
Yep, it says 2009. Back cover as well too. This is the 10th anniversary edition as well too. I'm going to break out because it's a special edition with the pressing and everything. I'm going to let you hold this while I do that.
All right, cool.
But the question I want to ask you is, how did you go back, especially with major labels? It gets hairy. You went back. Did you get your masters for this? Did you acquire them? You had to come out of pocket?
Oh yeah, nah. They actually, as soon as they decided not to rock with it, they just gave me the album right then and there. It was like, yo, you could do whatever you want to with
But
it.
they just handed it back to you?
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, so which brings back the second question. If you brought it back in 2009, was it just timing for you? Were you busy doing all this other stuff? Was it?
Well, I didn't even want to put it out. You know, some people had gotten their hands on it and they wanted, and they, you know, bootlegged it basically.
I got a couple CDRs, I'm not gonna front.
Of course.
But it was out there. So we're a
Exactly.
fan of you, so
Yeah,
that was our only way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we were trying to take money out your pocket, but
Yeah.
you know, it leaked.
That's how it was.
It leaked, yeah.
And so when my dude Jameson Grillo came to me, he was like, "Yo, man, I would really love to put that LP joint out there." And then so I was like, "All right, cool, let's make it happen," because we had put out a couple of joints prior to that. So I was like, "Yeah, let's make it happen."
Got you. I mean, are you happy with? So So Spacey's another joint. I think Spacey was.
That's on the B side.
Yeah, Spacey was on the B side of this too, and everything is 1+1.
Yeah, with Nas.
So this joint, so you talking about the whole atmospheric, we were digging yesterday, you talking about the whole atmospheric sounds and everything too. This one was probably on every mixtape. Everyone rock with this.
For real.
We said places and spaces that we go through.
That
I remember you,
1+1.
that's how you started it
sure.
off, you know what I'm saying? Did you mean this to be a single, or just everyone just kind of gravitated to it?
Yeah,
or?
everyone gravitated towards that because it was Nas was on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this was definitely ill, man. Really, really, really appreciate this one.
Word
I know you got a lot of things in between, but I just want to kind of going through which is what I have in front of you. This joint here, We Livin'.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about 2014. So this has been about 11 years old.
Yeah.
You were on
Fat Beats.
Yeah, Fat Beats. Rock is just did a joint with DJ Premier on here as well too.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Just speak a bit on this one though. Just speak a bit.
Man, Reliving was dope because you know, just working with Fat Beats, and Fat Beats is about the culture. So they was just showing love. They was like, yo, we really rock with you and we want to do a few projects with you. And so you know, I did Professor at Large, I did a few joints with Neek, all kinds of things. So you know, this was just in continuance of just working with Fat Beats and getting busy, which, you know, now I'm going to do more with Fat Beats. And,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was just like the new batch, you know, that was coming out right there.
So I think, was this on this album?
Okay. Scrolls. Where, I got G Wiz, who's down with Nas.
Okay.
Down with the Brave Hearts. I got him to come through. We did a joint tributing Illmatic.
Okay.
Then I got my joint Own World. It's kind of funky. It was like a some spiritual type joint.
Okay.
Yeah, getting busy.
Got you. No, man, I really appreciate it. I caught this one in Madison, Wisconsin as well, too.
Nice.
I caught this one, actually got big shout out to Mosh Wah with this one.
Nice.
Yeah, so this you and Marco.
Marco Polo, the radar.
Yeah.
Marco was coming up, and
Okay.
he just, especially with the social media era,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, he reached out. He was like, yo, people saying we should work. Once I heard his beat, so I was like, yeah, let's get busy. And, that's how that came about.
So Marco, big shout out to Teray. He worked with the Brooklyn Heads,
Yeah,
Teray
Teray,
and Master Ace.
Master
He got
Ace.
he got two in the can with Master Ace.
Yeah.
The one he did with Teray. Actually, so when I interviewed Teray 2 years ago in Platinum Studios, that's the one that was dropping. You know what I'm saying? That was the one. He was like, yo, man, me and Marco got this heat. We gonna do it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And he was really speaking on it too. So, and it came out bananas too.
Nice.
Came out really bananas.